majority is up. I'm gonna just leave it. Shoot, this is like half and half. Oh man, I'm gonna leave it. Let's see. Maybe this is supposed to be a reading. It has a lot going on, so let's see what the spirit wants us to know at this time. What do we need to know? So the first card out is the Nine of Pentacles here. This is someone who is self-sufficient, abundant. They typically don't need to rely on someone else. The Nine of Pentacles can be someone who is single, someone who is not in some sort of committed connection or relationship. This can also be someone who is just financially stable, someone who is healthy as well with the Nine of Pentacles here. So let's look and see, what do we need to know about this Nine of Pentacles here? These cards are always so sticky. I have to get a new deck. I think I got it wet one too many times. It's all right. Mix it up somewhat. Okay. Empress energy here. Beautiful energy here for the Empress to come out. Someone loving. Typically, this is all of the queens in the deck here. This can be someone's mother figure, a manager. If it is about abundance with the Nine of Pentacles, because the Nine of Pentacles can be property, land, assets, right? Luxury items, things of that nature. The Empress may represent like a literal queen or somebody who actually is wearing a crown or supposed to wear a crown, or like the rightful heir to something, if that makes sense. The true beneficiary can be the case here. It's kind of like what I'm getting. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Cups in reverse. This could be someone's mother. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but we will see. Goodness gracious. Three of Swords here. Okay, so there's some sort of betrayal here that is connected to this Empress and this Nine of Pentacles, or it could be that this Empress was betrayed, who was supposed to be in this Nine of Pentacles energy here with the Three of Swords coming out afterwards. This is some sort of betrayal here. This could be, if this is someone who's wearing this crown, who's not supposed to, who's in this Nine of Pentacles energy, this is like a false Empress, if that makes sense. And they have to betray you in some sort of way, form, or fashion in order to reach this Nine of Pentacles and wear this crown that they're not supposed to be wearing. So there's something here that is deceitful. And of course, it doesn't necessarily have to be three people, but it can be three main people who are involved. This could be like somebody showing up to court giving a false testimony, you know, saying that they are you or speaking on your behalf, something like that, right? But let's see here. We also have 3-3 here, right? So we know that double threes, that could be 33 can be support too. So if this is connected to support, this could be someone who showed up, let's say to court on your behalf, but in all actuality, their position is to support you, but they really came and betrayed you, right? You know, maybe somebody has like a forged power of attorney, or, you know, someone shows up and says, yeah, you know, I really care about this person, but, you know, they won't stop doing drugs. And so, you know, I'm going to make sure that they get this money, or yes, this money was given to them, or something like that, right? But it's like, in all actuality, this person didn't deliver anything to you. But let's look and see where the story is going to see if that aligns or if it's something else here. Ace of Pentacles. Spirit is saying absolutely this is connected to some sort of abundance here. It could be some sort of paper trail that's tied to money. That's connected to a betrayal here, but there's some sort of material benefit. Somebody was able to benefit off of betraying you is what I'm getting here. And you are this Empress energy, whether you are a male or female. Bottom of the deck, that Three of Swords is also confirming a collaboration here with at least 3 people. So there's a collaboration of people. This wanted to fall out. Of your past. People who know you. People who've known you since childhood. The Three of Cups can also be sisterhood as well. It could be a sister or sibling. Or just somebody from your past. But that was confirmation where Spirit is saying somebody who knows you or who is related to you. Remember how we seen the 10 Cups in reverse, like a family. So somebody could be showing up to court saying, hey, I'm so-and-so. I'm speaking on this person's behalf. It could be an aunt, a grandmother, a cousin, something like that here. And somebody betrayed you to receive something. More than likely, if they went through some sort of legal system, that would mean that they spoke on your behalf. Something was approved, something was given to them, and it was based off of some sort of betrayal. It was not true. Still at the bottom of the deck. Something that they lied about. This is what they lied about. We have the 10 of Cups, and then we also have the Temperance here. This is I have to be honest. So this is giving me the vibe of like family who were showing up to court like, yeah, we just really want the best for him. We want her to get it together one day. We will go ahead and accept this Ace of Pentacles on her behalf and make sure that she gets it. That's the energy that I'm getting here. 10 of Cups is not even in reverse no more. That's what I'm getting here. I'm also getting to that this Ace of Pentacles belongs to you, some sort of temperance angel here. As well as this Ace of Pentacles can also be connected to a loved one who passed away with this temperance here. I feel like there's multiple messages that this aligns with. Yeah. Let's see. Let's get one. Goodness gracious. It's like a fake community or fake family, fake friends. Yeah. I just want like that type of energy. Ooh. Gross. Let's get one for the 9 of Pentacles here. 4. Yes. 4 of Wands, specifically. Stability, property, real estate, homes, land. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what this is about. 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. People have things. This is what this is looking like. People have things that are yours that they've been accepting on your behalf, making it look so good. What do we have at the bottom of the deck? We have the Star, and then we have the 2 of Cups here. This could have been a main couple, or this could have been somebody of your past who's also involved with this. They may want to try to heal something now. We have the Temperance here, and then we have a Star card here. I don't know if they want to bring things back into balance and do the right thing now. Give you what was rightfully yours this entire time. It could be that, but let's look and see here. This is definitely about stability, 9 of Pentacles. This is some sort of energy that you were supposed to be in a long time ago. But you had this family or this community of people who were kind of just accepting things for you, right? These are people where it's like publicly they look so concerned, if that makes sense. But these are actually people who are pocketing everything. So it's like maybe you live like in some sort of 1-bedroom apartment. Do you know what I mean? Like on the outskirts in the middle of nowhere, and these people are in like these huge houses. Because it's like on paper they're like beneficiaries to something that belongs to you, right? It's just horrible people. I'm laughing and it's not even funny. It's just crazy how You know, you see this type of stuff in the energy, and it's like, how does this exist? Like, how does this exist? Craziness. But it does look like they want to bring something back into balance here. So maybe something is turning over into your favor is kind of what I'm getting here. Or it's like whatever that they're doing, it's like they're not going to be able to continue doing it. Because people like this typically aren't genuine, right? So it's not like one day they just wake up and say, all right, let's just do the right thing. No, there's something that occurs that causes a shift. And whatever it is, when they're outweighing their options, right? Like Two of Swords in reverse, it's like no decision is a good decision for them, but they have to do something. Okay, what's going to give me less prison time? Okay, what is going to give me an opportunity to be able to escape my crimes by actually doing what I was supposed to do a long time ago? I'm getting that type of energy here. So clarifying the Empress, Five of Swords. Yeah. So this is not the Empress. This is the person who was pretending to be the Empress. This is Five of Swords. This is someone who wants to win at all costs. They're willing to do anything and everything to wear that crown that does not fit their head, right? This is also winning through some sort of deception. That's what this person, this Empress here is. And that's why the Three of Swords is coming after the Empress. This person wearing this crown, this is not you. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. But now look, everything that they did, it's going back. Everything that they did was all for nothing with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. All of the hard work, all of the lies, all of the manipulation, whatever it was, signing documents, transferring assets, posting pictures, right, living lavish on social media, claiming things, whatever the case may be, it was all for nothing. Because it's in reverse now. They have to give this back. And we already clarified, we already knew that these people were not trying to do this by choice. They would have did, and they could have did, and they're probably still trying to do anything possible to try to stop this. But they can't. It's in reverse because Spirit is saying this is yours. This Ace of Cups, this brand new beginning, this emotional offer is yours. And so, you know, it's not about, you know, well, I was able to successfully get this, get that, get X, Y, and Z. It doesn't matter if you got 10 properties, 100 properties, signed 200 documents in 30 different states and 2 countries. It all is going to come back, right? No matter how it comes back. So if it was some sort of institution that was involved with it, well, then, you know, the institution would be the organization who's going to have to collect on it, right? Or whatever the case may be. But either way it goes, they have to let it go. And the thing is, here's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of times, this is better than the universe really putting their foot down. Because if the universe really puts their foot down, let's say, for example, you know, maybe somebody doesn't want to interfere, right? Maybe they do want to allow this person or these people to be able to continue to keep, you know, whatever it is that they stole. Well, in that situation, a lot of times what would happen, sorry guys, I had to close my window. It's like all of a sudden people outside wanted to start yelling and screaming. But typically, like when that happens and the universe steps in, right? Because justice isn't being served here in the 3D realm, things can get a lot worse for people. A lot worse for people. And that's when you can start looking at ancient texts and stuff like that and finding out that a lot of different medical and health conditions that people go through are actually connected to spiritual forces, right? Like the divine saying, oh, you don't want to let go? Let me show you how to let go. Let me show you how to stop, since you have so much abusive connections and power to where you feel like you can't be stopped. Let me stop you in another way. Right? So this honestly is more than likely the best outcome for this person or for these people, because it did look like it was some sort of collaboration here. Next, yeah, 9 of Wands energy. This person is tired. They feel like the wounded warrior. They've basically given it everything that they possibly could. And unfortunately for them, you're still standing. You're still standing. Look at you. You still got a lot of fight left in you, right? And that can also be too, because the Nine of Wands is clarifying the Three of Swords. This is what this person wanted for you. They wanted you to have to be on guard. They wanted you to be in defense mode, bottom of the deck. They were very passionate about this with the Ace of Wands here. We also have wand energy, 10 of Wands. They wanted you to be burdened, weighed down, going through a lot at one time, so stressed out that you couldn't do any sort of research, or you couldn't claim it, or you couldn't figure something out. They wanted you in like fight or flight mode is what I'm getting here. 100%. So let's see. Let's get one on the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, Page of Swords here. People who were studying and watching and waiting and basically counting your pockets. Counting what is yours. Counting what is absolutely none of their business here with this Page of Swords energy. They found something out. They found out what was left to you. They found out what was yours, and they ran straight towards it, no problem. This person or these people could also be spying on you. The Page of Swords is also being clarified by the Nine of Wands, still looking at you in this resilient energy here. Someone seeing how protected you are, seeing how guarded you are, and seeing you still standing. How, when we did all of this, when we tried to defeat you, how are you still standing? They don't understand. And that's fine. It's not for them to understand, right? Because your path is your path and their path is their path. So clarifying the Temperance card here, we have the Three of Wands here. This talks about somebody putting themselves out there. They may be watching you. Again, Three of Wands, Page of Swords, heal something. They may be watching something come back around to you. With this Three of Wands here, you may still be in the public balanced. And these people are like, how? Like, this person's on social media. This person's out in the public. How are they still smiling? We just went and did all of this. We took this, we did that. And you mean to tell me that this person is still balanced? Absolutely no way. That's making them even more upset. The fact that you're able to maintain composure and control over your emotions, over your reaction. Like maybe people are trying to rage bait you, whether online, in person, around you, similar to how people were just outside trying to make, these weird animalistic noises while I'm doing a reading. But, just things like that, right? Where it's like, can I get some sort of reaction? How can I make them stop, right? How can I make them give up? How can I make myself relevant, right? In their presence, in their life. I want them to notice me. And you're just over here like, la, 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 la. So peaceful, right? In the middle of this Three of Swords, Five of Swords, Nine of Wands, and you're just like still just so peaceful, so happy. No one can steal your joy. No one can steal your light. Very beautiful energy here. Looked like the card wanted to fall out. Seven of Wands here, yes. This could be somebody's blocked. I was going to say someone, at first I was going to say, well, I do feel like this fake Empress is in some sort of defense mode. I do feel like they may be having some sort of excuses. They may have to answer to something. They may be trying to defend their actions here with the Seven of Wands. But I say blocked because we also have the Four of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, right? That's confirmation of some sort of block. And then Four of Swords in reverse here. Somebody being scared, cannot sleep at all. So now they're like, whoa, what just happened here? Right? And so they have to give something back. Something is being blocked. And this is what they're not happy about. So right now they're in this Seven of Wands energy here. Very defensive, feeling like there is no way forward. Maybe like there's nothing else left to do. If this person was committing crimes, committing fraud, something, either it's being noticed or it's kind of like played out, That could be a situation where it's like people can go to a courthouse and claim things easily, and then they show up one day and it's like the system has been updated. Like they're using a completely different software. Whoever this is, them in their group that learned whatever things that they learned, it's like they can't get in no more, or something needs something else before it can get approved. Something changes here. Yep, Nine of Cups in reverse. This person or these people could be drinking. They may be overindulging into some sort of substance with the Nine of Cups in reverse. But this also talks about people who are dissatisfied, right? These are people who are very unhappy. Something is not a wish fulfillment here. Something didn't pan out how it expected to. Don't get me wrong. It does look like they successfully received stuff, but now everything that they have, it's going away. It has to go back. And so it's like, was it really worth it? You know, so it's like now that they successfully did something, now everything has to be returned. And with it being returned, right, you have physical consequences. It can be legal action. It doesn't have to be. But then you also have spiritual consequences, right? A lot of people, you know, they don't really talk about what it means to be cursed. But if you just do your research on it, it is worse than being in a physical prison. That's when you have people who go around, you know, not wanting to be here anymore. People who don't love themselves, you know, people who feel like they have to be on some sort of substance, right? In order to even operate like a normal being. I mean, it's serious, right? But anyways, we have at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups and Knight of Swords. This could have been somebody rushing towards you. Someone very loving, compassionate, and or the person who did this to you, who was very reckless, could have been a Queen of Cups, a water sign. All right, let's look and see. So if someone has a family member who's a water sign, what is that? Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy may be relevant. Doesn't have to be, because that could just be spirit saying that this is how this person came at you and you weren't even focused on them. If you pay attention, the Queen of Cups was looking that way, and it was like the Knight of Swords was coming right behind her. Fool. So the Fool is clarifying the Nine of Cups in reverse here. And we have the Strength card in reverse. Two major arcana here. People who made a very egotistical, foolish decision. Literally. People who need some sort of strength as well. You know, like... These people went on to some sort of adventure, not realizing or paying attention to anything. They kind of just dove right into it with the Fool card in reverse here. And then the Courage card at the bottom of the deck. Again, these people are, they don't have any energy no more. That's it. Five of Swords, Nine of Wands. This talks about people struggling. They could be struggling financially because... You know, people who are able to live some sort of lavish lifestyle, right? That usually comes with a lot to handle, a lot of bills. So even if people are still trying to hold on to things, how can you maintain it without that consistent, you know, income that you once had access to? Do you get what I'm saying? And that would be things maybe, you know, that aren't in your name and stuff like that, that they're still trying to hold on to. Came out anyways, definitely blocked here. And they were working on blocking you, right? How can we block this person? But again, we talked about people who were losing everything. And so this also talks about people who have to save some sort of money, you know, try to gather up their resources. Eight of Pentacles, Emperor. An Emperor could have been involved with this. An Emperor could have been doing something at work to block you to receive this Ten of Pentacles. I'm also getting that too. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They definitely did something at work, and everything that they did, it's coming back onto them. So this could have been the main person behind the scenes who was calling the shots. Look at this. Is this not a pair? A fake Empress. And here's the Emperor. Somebody who used his authority to gain this Ten of Pentacles, whatever he does for work. And he was able to help her basically walk in your shoes, if that makes sense. And she was a fake Empress the entire time. Now, this could also mean that this Emperor is in this position as an Emperor because he got with this fake Empress who may still, you know, have used your identity. And so he may not even really be a true emperor, but he's wearing some sort of title because he chose to partner with someone who had your identifying information or something like that, you know? Let me give you guys an example, right? So like in Europe, you know, like with certain last names and stuff like that, you can go out there and actually still claim titles today. A lot of people, they may not know. But, you know, depending on the last name, you can go out there and claim certain titles, right? If you can prove your lineage through genealogy and stuff like that. It could be a situation like that. Or in another country where people are still claiming titles, which, you know, doesn't really happen here in America, but in other places it does. You still have a lot of elite statuses like that. And it's like somebody went and claimed being you, what was yours, and then got married to somebody else. And now this other person has some sort of power and authority. And this person is over here walking around with a crown on their head. And it's like, no. But somehow they were able to do this because you didn't have all the information, right? But that's something about divine timing here too. Sometimes things happen like that for other reasons. Ace of Cups here. King of Wands, Ace of Cups. So now we have a different energy here with the King of Wands, Ace of Cups. This could be somebody who is deciding to put their foot down. Somebody who found out what was taking place and now they're taking some sort of action to make sure that this brand new cup of love that is overfilleth by the divine is coming to you. So somebody else knows what this couple did is what I'm getting here. They know who you really are and they know what this couple did. And that's the reason why this couple is being blocked. That's why they are losing everything. And it does look like they were also trying to control things in your life. So it's like in a situation, you know, if people, let's just say somebody went and claimed $1 million and it was really yours, but then somehow they feel like you might find out about it. Well, you don't think that they will spend $100,000, which is only 10%, you know, of that $1 million paying people off, employers or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean, to keep you stuck, stagnant, and, you know, in some sort of juggling Two of Pentacles energy, right? Keep you distracted so they can keep the other 900,000. So it's kind of like I'm seeing some sort of attacks as well at the same time. It's like, okay, we're living off of him or we're living off of her. So we got to kind of keep them, you know, a little bit of everywhere. Ace of Cups with the Magician in the reverse. So these people who were trying to manifest this new beginning for here, it came in the reverse. They used manipulation. They used different tactics. They used lies. It can also be someone using their authority, their skill, their resources, their contacts, you know, even language manipulation, right? Something like that here. The Emperor in reverse, he could be some sort of magician as well. And that's how he was able to do that. And again, the Courage card is coming out in the reverse. Now this person is weak. For whatever manipulation, whatever it was that they did, it's like now they need strength. Some people know. The King of Wands definitely knows. The King of Wands, I feel like there's multiple people who know who may be involved to right this situation, these wrongs. But the King of Wands was the first person who probably took some sort of action. Goodness gracious. Now we have 3 aces. So 2 things here. One is the Death, Ace of Wands. For you, this is some sort of transformation and a brand new beginning that this couple went and snatched from you is coming back to you. That's the transformation here for you. Some passionate new beginning. For them, this passionate new beginning that they snatched from you is over. They could have also been doing some sort of death magic here because I needed one more card to come out after the Magician in reverse, and then we have Death. These people may have wanted you to be unalived in order to keep this new beginning for them. This is at the bottom of the deck again. Spirit is like, how many times do I have to tell you? These people cannot go on. People may be feeling unwell. Courage in reverse 3 or 4 times. People may be on some sort of last string, last straw, whatever the case may be. Maybe they gave it their all. Maybe they did something this time where they kind of just went all in for the gusto, and now there's like a ton of evidence. And it's like, listen, I cannot do nothing else. I've already pulled in enough people, got enough people in trouble, whatever the case may be. Here we go. institution here. So now we have the Hierophant. This could be a school, a college, a work study program, a courthouse, some sort of formal system. This is where they misuse their authority here. Underneath the Hierophant, when I sit it down here, it's coming right underneath the Magician in reverse and the Death card. Did these people lie and say that you passed away and reported it to some sort of Hierophant energy here? This could be a judge. King of Wands is at the bottom of the deck again. Some sort of offer. So, okay, Hierophant. Okay, King of Wands, he may work here at this Hierophant energy, but he's looking at some sort of offer here. He sees the offer that was made that is connected to this Emperor and this Empress energy, which are really in the reverse here. But he's well aware of it. He knows everything that took place here inside this institution. Ooh, but wait a minute. Yeah, so the King of Wands, hopefully this isn't a judge here. King of Wands, Hierophant. That could be how he knows as well. He may have taken some sort of offer, I have to be honest here, from a Queen of Wands who is in the reverse. This could be his significant other, if that makes sense. So if this King of Wands energy is the Hierophant, which could also be a spiritual leader, but let's just say that if this is a judge, if this is a court setting here, he took some sort of offer from a Queen of Wands in reverse, possibly a significant other, somebody else who may work in some sort of legal system with the King of Swords coming in reverse behind her. This person is very abusive. They abuse their authority. They're very calculated. They lie. They're very manipulative. This person it looks like this person made the judge some sort of offer here. I have to be honest with you. Goodness gracious. Then we got a Queen of Swords here. It's too many people. It looks like a bunch of couples got together, okay? So you guys know sometimes when they have like those couples, like those swinger couples, and it's like everybody knows each other type of thing. I'm kind of getting where it's like this is a setting, you know, where it's like everyone knows each other, you know? Maybe you have judges, you have lawyers, you have prosecutors, you have, you know, public defenders, right? And maybe it's like a community of people that all know each other. And it does look like whoever you are, information kind of went through the grapevine around all these people. Oh, you heard about this? Okay, well, I have that. Well, let me make you this offer. That's the energy that I'm getting here. It's like a ton of people was just going back and forth. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember that one card that I pulled out. It was like bustling, and it was just like a ton of people everywhere. It even looked like people from different countries. That was all involved. This is starting to look something like that. Goodness gracious. But the good thing is that it's still good news for you. It does look like everything does have to be returned here regardless. And so far you have 3 out of 4 aces here. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and we have the Ace of Wands out here. Definitely globally, people from all over the globe, something happening internationally is what I'm getting here with this World card. Oh my goodness. Again, courage in reverse. I keep saying courage, strength in reverse. These people are weak, whatever it is that they did. They are no longer passionate about this. Ace of Wands, strength in reverse. Something is over with this World card. Something has been completed, but it looks like people got together and they falsely reported that you were unalived in order for this person to pretend to be an empress and help their husband or significant other get in the role of an emperor. There may have been someone in some sort of high authoritative, high ranking role within the legal system who was also involved. But keep in mind as well that in the beginning we pulled some sort of like sister energy or family member or childhood friend, right? Who was potentially pretending to be you as this empress. So that's also very important. It's like if they grab somebody who was close to you, who knew a lot of things about you, to go be this person, whether it was a childhood friend or a sister energy. All right, you guys stay tuned for more.